Slave Gaming here, coming to you from Minecraft Infinity Evolved, Feed the Beast. Yes, so a recap. We did this in the last episode. I actually expanded it a lot bigger than it was in the previous episode, and I also went and made the seared glass so that I could actually see in. The marble here is only temporary until such times I can find something that looks a little bit better. But now, if we look in here, you'll notice that, oh, I've never seen these before. So I've got all these that I can now put I think I understand what it is now. So I have a feeling these three X's indicate as to how much fuel I can burn. So if I was to put all of these full, I'll only have enough to do all this, not those three. But while off cam in the speed reel, as you can see, I have continued on with my tunnel. Excess stuff in there. Coming down to here. Doing it this way allows me to discover more resources and stuff like that. Like that. So yeah, so do this. Yeah. Right, I've got it on me. Just going on a little bit more about the Tinker's Construct in this episode before we start with the Agricraft. But you'll notice that with my repairing now, I can just do this. So now that's fully repaired. I can now do the same thing with my excavator. Put these ores away. Right, yeah. I'm going to go and make a iron one of these. So I need one of these, and one of these. Take that out. Put that in. Take that out. I'll take this out of here, and you can use these stone shards for the ones that only cost half a stone. So you're actually getting two out of the one stone. So we have those. We'll grab that and put that in the pattern box. Rightio. So last episode we made the aluminum brass. So this episode I'm going to throw in 3 of them. Let them smelt down. Those back in there so I don't lose them. And now we are actually going to make castings of 4 actual tools. So what we do is we throw the individual bits into here. Wait for all this to melt down, so it has. So now what we do is we pour that out. So now we have a mold for a pickaxe head. So we take that out, so we repeat the process with the other 3 pieces. Right. So now that we have all 3, we'll put these bits into there, because later on those can actually be reused in the Tinker's Construct forge. So now what we do is we place this back on here. So now the tank is empty. So what we do is we throw in one of these. These ones again will only take 1/2 an ingot, so one of these should be enough to be able to make the 3 pieces. So I'll throw those back in there. Yeah, I have been getting a fair bit of resources while doing the tunnel. So there's where it is right there in that corner. And there we go, liquid form. 2 ingots. So pour 1 into the axe head, the pickaxe head, take the casting out, put the next one in. So take the casting out, put that there. There we go. So now, before I go any further, I'm going to need to put a chest. Doesn't matter where you put it. So I tend to like putting it next to the smithy. So we throw those in there. These just have the chest so you can put all your castings in there. So I'll come over here. Go. And I'll throw my ingot one in there. Right, so now we have the 3 pieces of the pickaxe. So we come back over here again to the tool machine, tool forge. You select the actual pickaxe, place these in, and there we go. We have a iron pickaxe. So now replace that one there, and it's exactly the same principle as these ones here. By doing it this way instead of making it the normal way, you're using 1 less ingot, and 2, it's actually now repairable without having to make a second pick and an anvil. So what we'll do is we'll go back to the bottom of the tunnel. And what we'll do is when we get down here, we'll harvest the rest of that redstone. There is a reason why I'm specifically hunting out this redstone, and it will be explained a little bit later. nice vein of redstone. It's never ending. Oh, that's actually a decent amount. Nice. Right. So we'll continue on with this. So you'll see this is how the excavator works. So it's exactly the same as the hammer, it's just that it does gravel and all those other nice stuff. Right. There it is. And we got exactly what I was after. I was hoping to catch on camera. So now we have my diamonds. Doing it this way, using the hammer over a pick, makes this type of endeavour a lot less painful. Yep, first keep doing that. Yeah. Oh, more redstone, nice. Oh, gold. Yeet. That is what I was. Alrighty. Almost fell down there. Go downstairs. I do have a cave I came across there, so I'll explore that at a later date. Right. I will show you a little trick too with the Tinker's Construct. Is that you'll see that has the lava still in it. I can actually break it and it will actually keep it. So I'll just throw that in there. And then we'll go back down to where that lava is, fill this tank right up as much as we can, and then we'll proceed to go and get some obsidian. Actually, if I go any further. Alrighty. Need to fill the tank up as much as we can because we'll be doing a fair bit of smelting shortly. So I can put that there and fill that up. I'll get one more bucket in there before it. There we go. So now what I'll do is there's that water source in this cave here. Now that I've taken that out, I will this is a little trick that you can do with obsidian. If you keep doing this, the water will actually turn the lava into obsidian before it has a chance to destroy Jarvis. And it also makes it safer. There we go. Fabulous. I will get some more of that obsidian off camera, but we've got enough for what I need to do now. So now it's all active again. So okay, so that obviously that's not the case. Oh, yeah, I do know. I know exactly what this is all about now. It's to do with the dimensions of my thing. It's not exactly a with the previous one, it was a 3x3. I've done this one by, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 4x4. So it's missing out by another 3 squares to make it a derivative of 3. So that's the reason why those ones are marked off. Just work that out now. Right. So what we do is we put one of these in, one of these in, and all that. What we are now making is aluminite. Aluminite is one of the high tier early metal alloys that you can make. You'll probably notice that I put the obsidian in first because it actually is the one that takes the longest to burn or to smelt. So until it does mix, you will notice that you'll see the aluminium here. Actually, they're almost identical colours, so you won't see the difference. But you'll see this will. See? So now we have 15 aluminium left in there. So what we can do now is throw those two in and throw 2 of those in. As we have only got the castings for a pickaxe, and we don't need this after this either, so grab that, and that, same as that, goes there. That way we can do we're going to come over here and actually make sure that the aluminite is the one that's actually at the very bottom. So we pour that out. We're going to have to clear some space in geosec. Put that there. Pour that one out. Wait for the harden. Pour that out. Now we can throw those back in there. And we have now 7 ingots there, but we still have another 5. So in other words, I can, that's first, we can do another one of these. And another one of these. The recipe for aluminite is 5 aluminium, 2 iron, and 2 obsidian. I do have this memorized because I do make it quite often in the past. So, wait for these to smelt down. But you can now see, if you have a look really closely, you can see the aluminium's on the top and the aluminite is at the bottom. So now what we do with this is exactly the same as what we did with the the iron one. So now we have our aluminite pickaxe. So now if we hold down shift to see the stats, it tells us now that its durability is of 109, effective durability of 1136, mining speed of 8 compared to a mining speed of 6 for the iron, and it has a mining level of cobalt. Now that is better than our iron pickaxe, which was only redstone. Now if we go back to our diamond pickaxe, the diamond pickaxe is of a level of obsidian. So it's actually technically, if you were to put it side by sides, that's the progression. So diamond, you need diamond to get the obsidian to be able to make this, but once you get this, you don't need this to be able to do the obsidian anymore. But that will be used for something else later on, so it's not a complete waste. So we now have 10 aluminite. So now what we do is pour that into there, dig this out. I tend to leave the ingot castings in the actual casting table for the sole purpose of the fact is that with me I do mostly ingots or blocks. So here we go. This is what a block of aluminite looks like. It's a very pretty pink. And you just saw how quickly I can break that with the pickaxe. So put those there. So that's all that. So yes. So now what we can yeah, so we'll leave it off here for now. Oh, hang on, no. Before I leave, I was going to explain about modifiers. Some of this. I won't be using this straight away, but what you can do is when you put your pickaxes in here, same with the metal one, and the iron one, should say, he will say there's modifiers remaining. Now, Tinker's Construct allows you to gain the abilities of things that you would normally do through enchanting in vanilla, such as if we put redstone in here, this gives us redstone, the redstone modifier. What the redstone modifier is on pickaxes and tools is that it gives it a speed increase. You get lapis. Lapis gives fortune. I think it's fortune. Yes, it's fortune on tools, and it gives luck on weapons. You also do have what other ones is there? There's diamonds. If you use a diamond on this will give an extra 50 durability. But if you have what is it? A emerald will give an extra 50% durability onto your item. But it's only useful if your durability is close to 1,000 or over 1,000. Otherwise, the diamond's is a better use for the thing. As I said in the last episode, that moss ball will give auto repair. That's exactly the same with these. Anything that you make out of the tool forge, if you put a moss ball with it, or ball o' moss is what it's called, it will give auto repair. You do have the likes of trying to think. If you do the wither skeletons in this mod now drop what they call necrotic bones. If you put that on a tool, not a tool, on a weapon, it will give life stealing. And that's also done exactly the same way. All you basically do is put your tool in the tool pot, in the tool spot, not pot. Then you put your modifier item into that one there, and it will increase. Now, I actually am going to, like I said, I'm not going to modify this one yet because I specifically want to go out and try and find myself some moss to put on there first. If you want to have auto repair has got to be put on first before any other modifier. For some reason, the mod doesn't, from my understanding, the mod does not allow auto repair to be put on a tool that's already been modified by other modifiers. I did say in the last episode too that there was a book for the smelter, and this is it. This is it here. So this explains exactly what you need to have a basic, what do you call it? A basic smelter. So if you keep going through here, this is the actual basic alloys that you can make. So the bronze is something I'm going to have to make later on. We've already covered the aluminum brass, and there was the aluminite that we just covered just now. And there's that malleus one, which is the purple one that I showed in the previous one for the legs of the iron for tool forge. Pig iron is the hardest one. All it is iron, blood, and emeralds. Problem is, you need to get blood. You need to have a throw zombie flesh into the smelter to be able to get congealed blood, and you've then got to do the same, get emeralds as well. And that is, from my understanding, is the highest tier in supposedly easily obtainable metals. Here's some of the other things. As I said, blood, smelting entities in the smeltery, liquefied emeralds, smelting down emeralds or villages. Glue is down horses in the smeltery. Slime is found on Slime Island and it functions as a spawner. So, press J. Don't know if I have any discovered yet. You will find when you go around in a map, you'll see a green circle that doesn't. When you actually walk across it, you won't actually walk to it. You won't see anything on the ground with a green circle. If you look directly above that spot, that is exactly where you'll find the those spawn slime that the book's talking about. So go back, and then ender is smelting down ender pearls or ender men to get that. So there's the recipe for grout. Talks about the recipe for each of the individual bits that you need. Some of the other things that you can smelt down in the smelter, you can get molten glass. So that is actually a very useful one. When you smelt down sand in a smeltery, it comes out as clear glass, and it is breakable, and also once you break it, you can pick it back up. It is reusable. So instead of normal glass to craft with these days, I always use the clear glass for windows or any sort of barrier that I need to see through. Seared stone is just cobblestone thrown into the smeltery, but there is a slight difference for that one. If you pour it out through here, you get that seared stone that was in the book. However, if you pour it out on this side into the ingot casting that you've already made, you can make these. So then you're basically, instead of having to go out and hunting down sand, hunting down clay, hunting down the gravel, you can just grab a bunch of cobblestone and pour a whole heap of the molten stone into the casting, and you'll get these. So as you'll see, I have option here to actually expand it out by another 4 this way. That is the reason why I've done it with an odd shaped one, so that I can have 4 casting trays along this tables along this way, and having 4 casting basins this way. So that way, if I do huge amounts of smelting in the future, I can just simply come across and go bam, 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 and having all of these being poured out at the same time. One thing to remember though with this is that do not walk inside here when you have molten metals in there or stone, because you will actually start burning. It's the equivalent of lava in regards to the burning effect. So we'll go back in here quickly. So yeah, there's the resident ender that is used at a later end. It's used in end game machines and stuff like that. Not the end stone, but the actual resident ender part. So there's glue. So that's it for the book. So yeah, but there is it's probably one of the most used mods in early game. So yes, like I said, and this is also the advantage of doing this too is if you have this outside, there is no limit as to how big it can be. You can go 10 squares, 10 blocks high, and still have a smeltery function. So you could still have your 3x3, but go 10 high, and you'll have the advantage of having all that space in a compact area, but just really tall. I've gone, like I said, I'm going to intend to go right to roof level, so that way I can smelt down huge amounts of stuff at a time. So yeah, next episode we will tackle agri-crafting, and I'll be getting this all set up and done properly now that we have the now that we have the smeltery all set up, and I've got access to obsidian and lava. Rightio, thank you again, and please subscribe. Thank you very much. If you have any comments, leave them below. And if you like the channel or the content, please leave a like. Thank you. Catch us later.